With Kcon Japan having wrapped up just a little over a week ago, I thought it would be fun to share my opinions on the individual group performances that I really liked. I am doing these for the groups that I like, but if there is another group that you want me to talk about or share the entire performance video for, then comment them below. Truth be told, this is me trying to find a loophole around sharing the entire performance video for Kcon. I have honestly tried every single way to put it up, and CJNM has found every single way to block it, which is honestly so frustrating because they themselves won't put up the entire performance video till like months after it happens. And they also started this thing this year where only people who are members of the Kcon YouTube channel can partake in watching the live stream for Kcon, which is honestly the kind of douchebaggery you would expect out of companies like CJNM and Mnet. So if you just want the drive link for the whole performance, then it's in the description box below. But what I hope is that you watch that and come back here so that we can talk about it together. Anyway, again, I did this whole thing. I got the whole of Kcon Japan 2023 screen recorded. So if you want me to share the performances for other groups, let me know and we can then talk about those performances as well. For now, let's get that out of the way and talk about the performances. So someone asked me to cover Itzy for the series, and I was kind of taken aback by the fact that I didn't cover them on my own initially. Truth be told, I have fallen out of love with Itzy largely due to their recent releases. I mean, pre-sneakers, I was a huge fan. Probably not enough to call myself a midzy, but still a huge fan. But since then, the music quality has gone down substantially, in my opinion, and hence I haven't been following them religiously. But for this performance, I remember watching it and thinking that irrespective of how mediocre, let's say instead of bad, their music is, they're all great performers. Well, most of them at least, but we'll get to that. Speaking about their looks, because that is one of the things that I love analyzing in performances, is how much I hate it. I don't like the all black look they've been doing, and they've regularly been doing this for their Cheshire promotions, and I'm not that much of a fan of it. Honestly, it seems like JYP has given all of the colored clothes that they had to NMIX, and there's a big metaphor there if you've picked it up, so that's that. Speaking about individual performances, I'm not that fond of Leah's lack of facial expressions for the Cheshire performance. It seems like she's trying to do this smolder, I don't care, cool girl look, but all it comes off as is just boredom and, lack of effort. That's what her facial expressions are giving. And it's so funny because her body language is the complete opposite, right? You can see that she's performing well. It's just her facial expressions or lack thereof that seem to tick me off a little bit. In terms of the songs they did perform, they performed Sneakers, they performed Cheshire, and they performed their Japanese single Blah Blah Blah. Speaking of Sneakers, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The song's not good, but the performance is great. So imagine my disappointment when that's the song they decide to use for their encore stage. I was literally in the trenches during this performance, I kid you not. And yeah, they did that. They used Sneakers to do the whole fan interactive section that Kcon Japan had. There also was some issues with their in-ears, especially for Ryujin, because when she was singing her part, she was completely off key. So I'm assuming they had some technical difficulties during that section. And lastly, they perform Blah Blah Blah. It is one of the 2 Japanese songs that they had released last year. I think it's kind of cute that they get to perform their Japanese songs at Kcon Japan. It's just funny how that works out. But yeah, overall the performance was pretty good. I don't have too much to complain about. It was a good performance. Itzy are great performers, so honestly I wouldn't expect anything less from them. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Itzy at Kcon Japan. Do check out the link in the bio what? This is not Instagram. Link in the description for the entire performance video. Alright, bye bye now.